Will Jared Bowen be fit or will he not be fit? Oh my God, West Ham face an anxious wait over one of our superstars. Obviously, it wasn't a fantastic result against Fulham at the weekend. It wasn't a great result in the end against Bayer Leverkusen, albeit we were, 6, 7, 8 minutes away from potentially getting something from the game. I can't believe that it just catapulted in the end and ended up being the way it is. And it's funny how a couple of losses can really send the fans into overdrive. And I understand it. I'm there in terms of losing games. I hate it as well as much as the other person. However, I have some form of optimism going into the game against Bayer Leverkusen. However, I might be one of a minor amount of fans that have the optimism going into the game. However, I do think we will turn up in our numbers at the London Stadium against Bayer Leverkusen on Thursday, because our attentions do fully turn towards this game in the Europa League, the second leg against Bayer Leverkusen, the German champions who won the German title for the first time in their lifetime on Sunday. And they've been bevying and they've been having plenty of celebrations, albeit I do think that Xavi Alonso will have some form of professionalism and they will want the triple crown that they are entitled to try and get, of course. Now, they are and do have a 2-0 lead going into the game at the London Stadium. Let's hope there's a little element of hungover. Let's hope there's an element of sleep deprivation. Let's hope that there's an element of travel problems for them as they come to West Ham at the London Stadium on Thursday. But the one player we're here to talk about, and that is Jared Bowen. He missed the quarterfinal first leg with a back injury that he got against Wolves, obviously getting that knock. It's been a little bit of an awkward one. The club really haven't spoken out too much about the Jared Bowen situation. And yesterday we were hearing some stories from the Daily Mail saying that they expect him to be out for the game against Bayer Leverkusen, but there is no facts and tribulations with regards to that. And David Moyes has kept reasonably tight-lipped when it comes to the Jared Bowen situation. We're hearing other people saying, sources close to the club are saying that they're not giving away any information on the lead up to the tie against Leverkusen. However, what we should know is that West Ham are due to hold an open training session tomorrow, Wednesday morning, before David Moyes does hold his press conference ahead of the tie against Leverkusen at the London Stadium. And whether or not Jared Bowen features will be telling to potentially what happens for this game against Leverkusen. If he doesn't feature, does that mean he's not going to play at training? That is, does he not going to play any potential time against Leverkusen? Now, this reminds me of a very similar situation in relation to Jared Bowen a couple of seasons ago. He picked up a bit of a knock and he was expected to be out, and we played Everton, and the surprise name on the package was Jared Bowen. So whether he is fit or not, we will probably not know unless David Moyes literally speaks out and says he is missing completely. I do think there's an element of smoke and mirrors. I do think the club might be playing a few little games, not just with the West Ham fans. They don't want to play fans, but they want to play it with the Bundesliga champions, Leverkusen. They don't want to give anything away. Can Jared Bowen offer West Ham something? Absolutely, especially the fact that we're going to be missing Paquetá. And if he can make a return to fitness and make a return to the West Ham side, it gives us with a chance. It really does, because defensively, as much as Leverkusen don't concede a lot of goals, you could see in that game against them that any time that Antonio went one-on-one with Ta, anytime Antonio went one-on-one with their defense, he was causing them problems. And I think that if we could get that pace from Jared Bowen in this game against Leverkusen, we can, with an outside chance, albeit it's like climbing Mount Everest, maybe not as dramatic as that, we can stand ourselves in good stead and try and create something special against Leverkusen at the London Stadium. Will Jared Bowen be fit or won't he be fit for the game? Your answer is as good as mine. Nobody knows. We will have to wait and see, of course, the news coming out of West Ham tomorrow when David Moyes does give his pre-match press conference for Leverkusen. Will he give everything away? Will he not? I don't know. What will West Ham do? Join us in the future shows as we'll get into discussion regarding potential starting 11, whether or not Jared Bowen will be fit. However, as things stand, the one and couple of players we definitely know that are going to be out is Lucas Paquetá and Emerson Palmieri. They've picked up a second yellow card, so they will be missing. But we do have the return of Alvarez into the middle of the park. That will be a very good engine for West Ham. We will have Mo Kudus, who may have to play in a more centralised role. It may give other players like Max Cornet an opportunity to step up to the plate, but I'm saying that in the hope that that could happen, and it probably won't happen. So we will have to wait and see. But again, let's just wait and see what happens tomorrow. Keep your eyes on the channel. We'll be updated on the Hammers headlines as well. Take it easy, everyone. And of course, come on, you Irons.